Tai Studies Center presents Tai Chronicle, Guam To Muang, History of the Muang Theng Kingdom, Part 1. This is an abridged version of our history, translated from the original Tai text. King Lo and the Seven Sons. Angel Tao Swang crowned his son, Tao Lo, before returning to Muang and Muang Ai as before. King Lo married and had 7 sons. When his sons reached adulthood, King Lo gave them each a city to govern, according to the Tai royal constitution. Prince Ta Duk governed over the capital city of Lo Luang, or Greater Lo. Prince Ta Dao governed the city of Lo Jia. Prince Lap Li governed the city of Lo Za. Prince Lo Li governed the city of Muang Min. Prince Lang Wang governed the city of Muang Buk. Prince Lang Guang governed the city of Muang Mang. Prince Lan Zheng, being too young, had no city to rule because the 2 eldest princes had many children. Prince Ta Duk had 18 children. Prince Ta Dao had 20 sons. When these children grew up, they were given power to govern over various towns and cities in the upper parts of Manam Ta and Manam Tao, the Black and Red rivers. In hopes of finding his own lands to rule, Prince Lan Zheng set out on an expedition. King Lo and the Royal Council of High Priests supported his decision. Prince Lan Zheng donned his armor of metal helmet and vest and set forth with a large army, including many servants and settlers. Included in the expedition were the clans of Xing Lo, Xing Leung, Xing Lao, Xing Leng, Xing La, Xing Lem, Xing Lu, Xing Huang, Xing Guang, Xing Ga, Xing Ha, Xing Wang, Xing Ba, Xing Vi, and Xing Sa. Note: the newer clan names of Ba Gum, Gum, and Dao were imposed by the Vietnamese government over a century ago to separate the Lo Gum family from each other. Lan Zheng's expedition. Lan Zheng's expedition passed through the mountains of Khao Ga and Khao Buk to the city of Mung Ming. While there, he ordered his astrologers to forecast the destiny of the expedition. The astrologers said, to turn back would be bad, but to continue would not be good either. Prince Lan Zheng organized Sen Cha, a religious ceremony to ask ancestors Tao Swang and Tao Ngun for divine protection. Prince Lan Zheng decided to continue his expedition to the cities of Muong Lung, Muong Jian, and Muong Jai. He was not satisfied with any of these territories because they were small. The leaders of these cities bowed down to the prince, thus putting them under his control. The army crossed many hills, forests, and streams before finally reaching the Black River. The prince ordered the servants to prepare bamboo rafts, which they used to float across the river. The prince's army encountered the local Sa Amqua people, led by Kun Guang. There was a bloody battle. The prince's army was overpowered by Kun Guang's army and retreated to the town of It Ong. Over 800 of the prince's soldiers were killed, They were buried close to the Black River, and the area was thereafter named Vang Doi, or Funeral Lagoon. Reinforcements arrived from King Law, and the prince chased the retreating army of Kun Guang. Prince Lan Jiang conquered all the territories along the river, including Muang Bu. Arriving at the city of Muong La, the prince met some resistance from a local Sa leader by the name of Kun Ampam, but the prince's army was easily victorious. A new settlement for some of his people was created there. He appointed officer Kun Zung to govern the city of Muong La, which is currently Son La City. After some time, Prince Lan Jiang and his army continued the expedition. They crossed the mountain of Cao Hao to the city of Muang Moi. The prince encountered two Sa leaders, Amham and Ampoi, and their strong armies who were stationed at the mountains. After Prince Lan Jiang's army was defeated several times, the prince negotiated with Sa Ampoi for his daughter's hand in marriage. Ampoi accepted Prince Lan Jiang as a son-in-law. Seeing that Mung Moi was a long and narrow city, surrounded by mountains and a rocky creek, thus primitive and lacking productive land, Prince Lan Jiang chose not to settle there. He appointed officer Kun Zhang to govern Mung Moi, now currently named Tuan Zhao District. His army kept marching and conquered all the cities they passed through: Mung An, Mung Quai, Mung Hua, Mung Ang, and Mung Fang. He was not satisfied with any of these territories as they were too small. He finally arrived at Mung Tang, which was large and expansive. His army cleared land for rice fields and built houses, and they settled down in Mung Tang, which is currently named Dien Bien Phu. Prince Lan Jiang became so renowned and revered that he was able to declare himself king once King Law died. Muang Tang became the capital of the Tai Kingdom, which encompassed the territories he had just conquered, and all of the Mung Lo Kingdom. It was thereafter called Fan Din Muang Tang, or the Muang Theng Kingdom.